Yeah, you know, it's like really hard, right? Like to think of games that you're overpowered in, or you feel OP. Because like I'm trying to think of a few, and none are coming to me.
It's weak to fire. 4 enemies left. Don't give up.
Yeah, I can't say I can think of any others in particular.
Like I'm sure Ratchet and Clank is a good one, like you said.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, these are different.
Physical attacks won't work. What a
Cursed woman's pot. Oh boy, you're weak to everything, but you drain physical. I guess I'll just let you guard,
3 of them.
and then you can all die now.
Oh, what? We won. We did it.
Easy.
Yeah, very easy. They have a okay, and then what I get out of them? I got a Gale Deco. What's that? Oh, that's right here. Dotaku. 150. I mean, 150 to 1 enemy though. Not interested.
So that one's weak to darkness.
I mean, she does not have a darkness move. Fraggin does, but then again, I might as well just like do that.
The enemies I see. Here goes.
I don't know, since you're going through a dungeon, and admittedly, I don't really think it's the most exciting set of battles, just because it's mostly just me hitting rush.
Yeah.
To be honest, so what have you been up to? What have you been up to? What's been going on in the world of Megan? For the audience, I mean.
So for the last little while, I've been playing quite a bit of Final Fantasy 14. Kind of just like leveling up some of my classes. We were working on some story content for like post Endwalker stuff.
Yeah.
And on my own, I've kind of been playing Psychonauts too.
Yeah,
So,
she's been playing
that's been going
Psychonauts
pretty
too.
well.
So that whenever we get around to Psychonauts, well, whenever on stream, she can join me for that now, which should be great. And then she can tell me how bad I am and make fun of me.
No, I will say you're probably gonna enjoy a lot of the stuff, at least that I've seen so far.
Well, that's good. That is good to hear. So I just want to see weaknesses here. So he's weak to lightning. Okay. So I should probably give Teddy the other
The
thing.
Lightning Joe?
Fire. Yeah, the Lightning Joe. Naoto doesn't have a weakness, right?
I don't believe so.
So it doesn't really matter what she gets. So I might as well just give her the Lightning Joe, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as for me, like off of stream stuff, honestly, I haven't really been doing like that much. I've been playing like War Thunder because my friends and I have gotten back into War Thunder a bit. It feels easier to grind actually. I think they did adjust some of the stuff because you have like way later tech trees, like planes and tanks than what we had when I originally played. So I think they did adjust it so you can get to it a little bit quicker, like some of the more end-game stuff a little bit faster. But so that's been fun. It's been fun to play through World. Did I say War Thunder? I said War Thunder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, did I say World of Tanks? I hope not. Haven't gotten back to World of Tanks. War Thunder, though, I've been playing and enjoying with my friends and by myself as well. And besides War Thunder, honestly, if I'm not editing or doing something like that, doing something stream and content related, I've been playing a little bit of Football Manager 2023 because that recently to me or for me went on sale. So I thought I'd pick it up. It's actually pretty alright. I've been enjoying it.
Well, that's good.
Because I do like my simulator games. They're very just comfy. In Football Manager, you throw it on, and if you're like me and you just like watching the players play the sport, then you can just sit back, relax, and have some fun. And do other stuff, too. It's a good multitasking kind of game. Unless you just want to speed through, like, the matches themselves, in which case, I mean, that's fine, too. It's still a comfy game. I've done that for a couple. But I also like to watch... Then that way I can feel like a real Football Manager and go, oh, how could you miss that goal? Oh, oh, you let that one through? Oh, come on. Oh, off the team, etc. You know? Actually, it was really funny. Something funny did happen in that game. So I like to play the game where I start off unemployed, and then I just see who takes me, and then I just like roll from there and try to make my manager better, right? I basically like starting from the bottom and working my way up. And what happened is I started with this one team, and we're going into some kind of like league, I think. And you get a little thing in like your inbox, like you get stuff in your inbox, right? Some of it's like, oh, a report on the team you're facing. Some of it's like, oh, your team did an interview and this is one of the players said, like that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And one of them was really funny. It was this guy who I think his name like Tovid or something. I don't quite remember the player's name, and we'll explain that in a bit. He did this interview and he's like, oh yeah, I'm so happy playing for this team. And it was an under 20s team. It was a U20 team. So it was like a team where all the players have to be like under the like 20 years of age, right? It's like a national team.
Okay.
And he's like, oh yeah, I'm so happy to be playing for this team. We're gonna really like kick ass and stuff against our opponents in the upcoming week. And then literally on the first play, like within like 5 minutes of the game starting, he got injured and had to be taken out. And I was like, that's so funny. And then like, I don't know why it happened, to be honest. I don't know if like the game is because it's a U20 team. Maybe the game's just like, and it's like such a while between games. Maybe the game's just like, okay, we're gonna reshuffle the team. He got kicked off the team, and I thought that was just really funny because it's like, oh, I'm so happy playing for his team, and then like within 5 minutes he's out with an injury. And then it's like, well, fuck you, I guess, you know.
Well, I guess you're not playing for this team anymore.
Guess you're not playing for this team anymore. And I was like, oh man, that's so sad. But like, I could see it happening in real life to someone. I'm pretty sure it has, probably.
Probably.
Or it's like, yo, I'm so excited to be here, and then you just get like absolutely like slammed and just like get taken out. I was even tempted to like offer him another like a spot on the team again, because it even said like on his morale thing, like when I was looking at like people I could call up to be on the team, on his morale it was like disappointed to have been let go from team, and I was like, I could bring him back, but he's gonna be out for like 6 months, and I can't really have that. I don't want a lame duck on my team. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, King.
That's not good. Darkness won't work.
Oh no, he is still there. The gorgeous King.
Weak to physical attack.
No, okay.
3 of them. Don't give up now, okay?
Oh boy, that's still not much
Yeah.
damage. Huh?
This one's a gimme. It's
So I have a funny story about this king.
Yes.
So I was watching a video, I don't remember on whose YouTube channel it was, but they were doing a challenge run where they were playing as the protagonist in a solo run in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to this fight, and they basically set up their persona in a way where they couldn't take damage. But because the Golden King only takes about 4 to 5 damage per hit, and he can't do an all-out attack if he's by himself, he basically left it on rush for about like 15 minutes. And just
Holy
like
crap.
went to go make dinner.
Okay, that's funny.
Because yeah, this fight is a pain in the ass if you're on a solo run, because he only really takes damage from all-out attacks, I think.
That is really funny.
Light won't work. Plan B.
Yeah, I can see it being like a big pain in the ass.
Yeah. Like, it's clearly something that's intended for you to have a full party, and he's just like, nah, I'm gonna play solo. Same with, like, the Mitsuo boss fight. Like, he had to grind up to, like, max level to do it, because it's just that difficult to do with one person.
So you should try that.
Maybe. I don't know. I've thought about it. I don't know if I would be that insane.
I mean, we're all a little bit insane to some degree, aren't we, Megan?
Yeah, but do I have the time to be that insane? Probably not.
What? More of them? Gee.
Silence, huh?
Otokun can't use her persona now. It's weak to physical attacks. Piece of cake.
All right, both weak to lightning. That's not too bad. Oh, not that one.
Two enemies down. Keep going. Understood. It's showtime. Are you ready?
That's right, Rise. Help out.
Go. Knock them out.
Nice.
Okay, that was an interesting fight.
Yeah.
You're really good at using the limitations, actually, of like your magic and everything. So that was like the one
Yeah.
fight I've had so far in this dungeon, and I acknowledge that it's purely because I'm just kind of OP and bullshitting the most of the rest of the game, where I've legitimately felt like, oh shit, well, this could actually go really wrong.
On it. Go to town, guys.
I mean, to be fair, that is technically the mini-boss in this dungeon.
Oh really?
So, yeah.
Oh okay. I was gonna say it seemed really hard for just like a normal enemy.
Yeah, like this dungeon's kind of an oddity. It's a cool thing. They're kind of trying to encourage you to use items and play it a little bit differently. But, I don't know. I don't think it worked as well as they were hoping. I know a lot of people really don't like this dungeon that much.
I mean, I can see that. Like, it admittedly it is. And I thought it was just me because I'm just able to rush through it, but it doesn't really seem as engaging as a lot of the other dungeons.
Yeah. It just feels like a big time waste because you can't even like grind XP and stuff here. Like, it's really bad. You don't get any money. You're a lot of forced encounters with the ropes and stuff.
Be cake.
It's a cool
Yeah.
idea, just not executed very well.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
You're on a roll.
But the boss fight is probably one of the coolest in the game. I will say that.
Everyone ready?
Really, even cooler than fighting a giant smoky eyeball.
Here goes. Go.
Yeah.
All right, well you got a lot to live up to, so hopefully that's correct.
So honestly, they always do the boss fights really good, and like this one's really good. And then the final boss of the game is also really cool too. And the secret boss.
Which we will do. Is that well?
Yeah.
You said that one's only on New Game Plus, right?
Yeah, we have to do that one on New Game Plus.
18 SP. I mean, yeah, put that on. Now I am suffering. I guess I could probably put the other stone on Teddy, I guess. I guess he can get something besides the pain stone. Well, I could have gotten something besides the pain stone a while ago. Okay, I'll get a grief stone now. I have indeed been everywhere. It's a really huge floor.
Yeah.
The hated, cold things living a lie. People wearing a mask of deceit. That is me. And that is you, the liked. Warm things. Living a straightforward life. Kind people who engulf everything. That is you. Senpai, are you alright? It looks like we still have a ways to go. Don't let your guard down. Alright. I have no keys. So memories of love. This has to be one of the last floors, right? I don't think there's many more things you can put like memories of together with.
Yeah, I want to say you have maybe 2 floors left. Somewhere around there.
Yikes. Beat it to a pulp. Keep it up now, Chad.
I guess another thing we've kind of been doing is we've been watching a couple of anime series, as we're wont to do during anime season. We've been watching, like, we want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. We just haven't gotten to that yet, as well as Eminence in Shadow season 2.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we still gotta catch up on that one.
We got to catch up on that one. We're mostly through season 1. But we've been watching The Masterful Cat is Depressed, I believe is the full
that's
title.
a fun show.
That's a fun show. See, admittedly, when I picked it, because Megan and I like pick anime like every season, we'll like pick one each or like, a few each. We used to pick like just as many as we could, but or as many as we thought would be good. But I think we're gonna start limiting it a little bit to like maybe just a couple, right?
Yeah,
so
I
we're
like
not
having
too-
a few every week to watch. When we're watching like, I don't know, anywhere between like 8 to 10 series, it's kind of just a lot to keep track of. So I'm probably not going to be picking that many.
Yeah. So we're gonna limit it a little bit. So when I picked it, The Masterful Cat is Depressed, I thought it'd probably be a fun show because it's about like a big cat that like takes care of a human, right? Which seems like a fun concept to me. I wasn't really expecting anything like super great though, but you know what? It's really enjoyable. I'm gonna be honest. It's one of those really kind of fun, just chill, vibey kind of shows, you know?
Yeah.
So if you want something kind of like cute and fun without like much stakes, that's a good one to do, you know? And we've also been watching Liar Liar, is that it?
Yeah.
Which I know is probably going to turn some heads because it's like an ecchi show, I think, right?
A little bit.
So, well, I think it's even like in that genre. At least it is on my anime list. So yeah, I know that's probably gonna turn some heads. It's not because like there's some scantily clad scenes. Okay, I promise. I think, was it my pick or was it yours actually?
It was your pick.
Okay, see, now it's gonna make me sound worse. That's it. See, I picked it because I thought it was like an interesting idea, right? And I was curious about it. And admittedly, you know what? Like, it's okay, but I don't know. I feel like the pacing's a bit weird on it, personally. But
3 enemies left. It's weak
I
to
mean,
wind.
yeah,
This'll be a
it is a bit weird. I don't know, I think it's been an interesting show so far, though.
yeah, like it's been interesting. It's just, I don't know, the pacing just seems to me strange. Like I wouldn't drop the show, right? But
Yeah.
it has a few episodes where like it literally started an episode where you'd think it would end one. Which is weird because it could have just ended the last episode like that.
It could have, yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it was basically, if you think about it, it went something kind of like this, where it's like, oh, here's the big challenge, and if I lose, then oh my god, the whole plan is like over. But okay, I succeeded. Oh, okay, now this person's like spilling their life story to me. Okay, now the episode's over, right? And then it starts with like, oh, you know that person that was like fucking with you? Well, I took care of them. Like literally, and like before the credit, like before the intro even starts, it's just like he like bursts into a dude's room and goes game over, and then that's the start of the episode. But it could have ended there. Yeah, that's why I think it's weird. You know.
Yeah.
It's not a bad show though. I guess to give context to people, I guess kind of like what we did with Masterful Cat. It's about
Be careful. There's an ice immune enemy.
how would you even like put it? It's about like this island off the coast of Japan that, and it's in the future, of course. Where they have like a few different academies and they're all focused on this game. Like, it's not a game. Yeah, I don't even know why they're at school, actually, now I think about it. Why are they even at the academy? I don't think they're there to learn anything. It's all about just, like, being good at various games, I think. Because, like, you have, like, a star ranking system, and you have all these games that people seem to kind of pull out of nowhere. Like, it's like, oh, I challenge you to this game where, like, you can't move. And then if I beat you, I win a star. Right? Oh, but I can like use abilities that somehow seem to have some type of magic to them, but it's not actually magic, it's just technology.
Yeah.
But like it alters how the game is played. It's really confusing, right? Like when you really think about it, but it's not a bad show. It's just different and weird. They don't really explain anything unless they kind of need to, like with how the game's rules are, and I say the games because it's literally all sorts of games. Like I said, one is like, oh, you laugh, you lose, like literally, or you move, you lose, or like, oh, it's a race, and I have a motorcycle, and oh, I'm just gonna walk, and oh, but I cheated, so therefore I win, right?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, you need to find so and so, and I can use like this ability that I have because of my star ranking. That allows me to use it. Like it's like so weird, you know? Like it's not bad, but like if when you really think about it, it's like how does any of this make sense or work, right? And like they have a shop where you can buy abilities. You know? Like see, that's what I mean by like it's not a bad show. When you really think about it, like there's a lot that doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense because it's not magic, right? But like it's technology, but like how does it work? Yeah, like that's the thing that confuses me about it. I don't really know how it works. And anyway, going back to the premise, well, I guess that's still on the premise of the show. Anyway, a dude is like on the academy to find someone that or on the island to find someone that he lost contact with like ages ago. And I guess she's supposedly there. And then like he comes across supposedly. Supposedly, right? And then he comes across this girl and I don't know, she gets wet or something. I don't remember. And then she like blames him and she's like, oh, I challenge you to a game. He's like, okay, sure. And this is on the first episode, so I'm not counting this as spoilers. It's literally like near the start of the first episode. And it explains the whole premise of the show, really. Yeah. And anyway, through silly shenanigans, he ends up winning. And then she's like, oh no, I lost. And then he like gets one of her stars and it's like a colored star, like it's a red star. But it's a star that has the power to make your lie come true. See, it's what I mean by it's weird, right? Because it's not magic, but like how does that work? You know?
Yeah, I don't understand how something like that could literally make your lies so persuasive that anyone would believe them.
Yeah, like because it literally says that in the show that it's a star that's one of like 6 or something that has the power, and this one is the power to make your lies real, makes your lie come true. And so just through shenanigans, the headmaster of that one academy that he's going to, I guess, is like, okay, look, you're gonna lie that you're a maximum rank star, and we're gonna like help you win and cheat and shit, so that can be maintained. And it's just like, okay, just everybody believes it. I don't see, I just don't get how it works. You might think I hate the show or don't like it based on like the way I'm speaking. But no, I actually do think the show is interesting. It's just when you think deeply about the show, it's like it doesn't make sense. Yeah, maybe I don't know if there's a manga to it. I don't think there is.
I mean, it could be a light novel show. Like it very much seems very similar to something like No Game, No Life.
Yeah.
Very similar premise, similar how it goes, even similar to like some of the fan service and ecchi type stuff. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a mangaka that wrote it because of No Game No Life, but they didn't really like properly tell a story. Because I still feel like even No Game No Life, at least from what I saw in the anime, was like very fast paced and not very well done in my opinion.
Well, okay, so here's my thing with No Game No Life, right? Like, I assume you really like the show. Like, I assume you like the show, No Game No Life?
I think it's okay. I will probably watch it again eventually, but I don't think it's, like, really that good.
Okay, well, see, here's why I like No Game No Life. Because I do actually really like No Game No Life. What I like about it, and this is kind of what Liar Liar lacks to me, I guess, in a way, is that you have these grandiose games, but like they're real games, right? Like they're actual games, like rock, paper, scissors, and like chess and stuff. They're not these fake kind of made up games that you can just kind of cheat and stuff. But like, it's like the main characters are just like so good that they manage to outplay the people like with logic and like actual smarts, right? Like that's what I like about it. Because I really like characters that are just like I don't think I'm the only one that has this thought too, but I like it when there's like a character that's really cocky, right? And they're like, oh, I can beat you at chess, right? Because I'm like a fucking like angel goddess that's like really good at chess, so I can win at chess, right? And then you have this character, like these characters who come up and they're like, oh wow, yeah, you're doing good. But like I literally won by just outplaying you like the whole way. And then at the end they're like, oh, but how'd you do that? Yeah, like I don't know, there's just something fun of me. And then it's like you just see the smugness go away, and it's like I don't know, it's just fun, right? To me, it's just really fun.
Yeah.
Just to see that, and you know what? I'm gonna throw this out there, and I don't know why, right? But the scene I'm thinking of with chess, because I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure, like I'm getting an image of like a nuclear explosion going off, and I don't know if that's actually like what happens in that part of the show. I don't remember. I wouldn't be surprised. But I just like
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
But I just like all the outplaying that happens, right? That's why I like that kind of show. Because I just like it being like, oh, you're shit because you're like a human, and I'm like this thing, and I'm better at this game than you, so I'm gonna win. And then they're like, oh yeah, but to like mask my smell, I managed to do this. And it's like, oh, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. And you know, if you think, if you think I'm just pulling shit out about like masking smell and stuff, I think that actually does happen in the show for one of the games, because there's like a species that can like smell things really good. I don't know. Watch the show. Watch No Game No Life. It's really good. Don't listen to Megan. It's a good show.
I mean, I won't say it was bad. It just wasn't a show for me. I thought it would be, but no, it's kind of not. But that's fine.
No.
The movie, I really hated the movie though.
The movie sucked ass. I don't like the movie because it wasn't No Game No Life. That it literally was not No Game No Life. It was something else. Yeah, that's why I didn't like it. Like I know it took place in the universe, but it had like no relevancy to No Game No Life at all. I hated the movie. I still want a season 2, but I hated the movie of No Game No Life. But good show. Good show. And you know what? It's kind of like, because another show that Megan and I have been watching and finished actually with my friends is a show called Tomodachi Game, which think it's basically Squid Game, from what I understand.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a really good anime. But what I like about that show is basically for the same reason I like No Game No Life. Is because you have like these characters and they're like, oh, I'm gonna win and shit, and then you just have like this other character who's literally seems so unassuming, right? And once again, I'm not counting this as a spoiler because you literally find it all this out in like I think the first episode, right?
Yeah.
If it's not the first episode, it's in the second, but I'm pretty sure it's in the first. Where it's like a super unassuming character, and then people are like, oh, I'm gonna like win and shit, and then the character's just like, actually, this is all part of my plan, and I've actually been playing you the whole time. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's like so sick, right? I like characters like that. I don't know. I just find it really cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun when there's a character that's always in control. And then you think like, oh, well, what if this is the one time that like they failed and they didn't see it coming? And then in the end, they're like, no, actually, even that was all part of my plan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just fun to me, right?
Yeah.
So Tomodachi Game, really good show as well.
Really fun show.
Really
I
fun
really
show.
want to read the manga for that one.
Yeah, I kind of want to as well. So I don't know. I just like that stuff. Yeah, it's kind of the same reason why I like Overlord, actually.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm not counting this as a spoiler because it's literally the premise of the show. It's like, you know, you have like these characters in the show are like, they're like, oh, whoa, I'm like 10th level magic, like god holy spells, right? And you have the main character and they're like, I'm gonna do this, and they like blast the main character and shit, and he's just like, yeah, I did nothing, and then he just like wins. You know, like it sounds. See, it's what I like about Overlord. It sounds like it shouldn't work, and it sounds really boring, right? Because I've seen so many YouTube video essays, like before Overlord, where they're like, you can't have a character that's overpowered because then it's not fun to watch. Where are the stakes? Right? Where are the stakes? You know, it's not fun to know a character's always going to win. But then you watch, now I've only seen like the first and second season of Overlord. I think I heard season 3 is pretty like poo-poo, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But for at least the first and second season of Overlord, part of the fun is that he's overpowered. And it's always like, well, how is he going to win? Like, how hard is he going to win? Because you'll have like a smug as fuck character. And they'll be like, oh, I can beat, even though this guy couldn't, I could beat you. And then he's just literally like, yo, I'm gonna like bitch slap you, and then like your whole body explodes and stuff, right? Like it's just that easy for him. Like, you know, I like that.
Yeah.
Overlord, another good show. You should totally watch, by the way.
It's a fun show. I do need to watch more of it too, because I've only seen up to the end of season 2.
Yeah. So I like shows where the characters are just like in control, right? To me, it's fun.
Yeah.
And we got on a bit of a tangent, but I think for this tangent, I think that's fine. You know?
A little bit.
The fallen angel is chained down, her wings torn off, eroded by prejudice, her last breaths full of black despair. Do you know her name? Will she eventually return to nothing, forced into the realm of oblivion? No. Her requiem will become a roar and tear away the mask of hypocrisy. You should know her name. She who closes her eyes and dozes off into a dream. Hey, Senpai. You said that Marie-chan found the memories that she'd forgotten, right? So, then this place is her memory? That's sad, but I can't explain how. Memories of suffering. Is this one different? No.
Doesn't appear to be, you know.
Oh, what are you guys? You guys are like riot police. Lawless
They got like
fuzz.
Christmas sweaters on.
Do they?
Well, they kind of look like sweaters to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just a pattern.
See, I think that's meant to be like SWAT uniform, because you can see like he has the pouches, right? Like the survival pouches like on it. Or like a utility belt or something, I think. I'm not sure what those are
I mean,
called.
that's fair. That makes more sense.
I mean,
Everything's just like winter themed in here.
I mean, that's true, but I don't think that's the case for these guys, unfortunately. As cool as that would be.
I wonder what a Christmas sweater would look like if it was like black and white instead of like the bright colors.
That's a good point. I gotta check out some of the alternate costumes too, don't I?
Yeah.
Before the
You
end of the
probably
list.
should.
And also, for anyone watching, right? If you do decide to check out Tomodachi Game, Overlord, Liar Liar, Masterful Cat is Depressed Today, or whatever that one's called. I think that's what it's called. And any of the other anime we mentioned today, you are required to come back and let us know, because I like hearing people's thoughts on these kind of shows. Because I don't know if you can tell, I can get pretty passionate about them. So I like hearing thoughts and opinions. Or if you have like, you know, an opinion on like shows where characters are overpowered, right? Like, I like to hear about those opinions too, because like I said, I like them. Well, okay, so like, it has to be done right, because obviously you can't have a character that's overpowered for really no reason, or like have a character that's always in control for no reason, because then to an extent, like, what is the fun, right? Tomodachi Game Overlord and
Fire Lair?
no, no game, no life.
Oh, okay.
Do manage to pull it off. Not every show can though. But
Yeah,
when they can, they do
it's
a good
pretty
job.
hard.
Yeah, like it's hard. So if you have like any show or anything like that, yeah, let me know too, because then maybe I can check it out.
Be careful. Fire won't work.
Weak to
Try
wind,
something
huh?
else instead. Two enemies.
Okay, I was gonna say, I think that one does resist.
Cozy on. Three of them. Don't give up now, okay?
So I believe I still have wind on you, yeah.
Enemy down. Okay, it's showtime. Are you ready? All right. Go! Knock them out.
But yeah, it's been some pretty good shows that we've been watching. For the past little bit.
Yeah.
And Megan, remember earlier when I was like telling you that a yak can kill a conversation?
No! Not killing anything.
You're not killing anything. A bit earlier, I was having a conversation with Megan, and she was starting to end like a lot of the sentences with "yeah," and like really nothing else. So I was like, okay, Megan, you know, but like just saying only "yeah" can like kill a conversation, right? I kind of like how that kind of came up here, funnily enough. The conversation isn't dead. It clearly is not dead. I just find it funny. You know, actually, so I haven't watched much Death Note. I have seen like I think the first 4 episodes or something of Death Note.
Yeah.
Megan and I are planning on doing a Let's Watch of that at some point.
Careful. You can win this.
Just because I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be a good one to do. And I know it's popular and it's like old, and people might think, oh, it's kind of cool to see this newbie's opinion on the show.
Guard now.
But that was kind of one thing I liked about that's what got me interested in Death Note. Was that the main character, like, if I don't remember his name. What's the main character's name again?
Light.
Light, yeah. I knew it started with an L, but I knew it was an L because I know that's another character in the show. Like Light is because it seems like he's in like. Now once again, only in the episodes I've seen at least. It seems like he's in control of the situation, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that's kind of why I got kind of interested in the show. Even if I didn't actually watch the whole series, I think that's what got me intrigued at the very least. Because I'm looking, here's a dude that's just like in total control of his situation. That's kind of badass.
Fire won't.
You know?
I mean, yeah, he is in total control.
Go get him. Go, go, go. Persona. Well, now, Tokun, you never lose your cool.
And like, I know there's more to the show than just that. Like, I always hear people talk about like, oh, how good the Battle of Wills is in that show or something like that. Like, it's all a mental game, which makes me even more intrigued, right?
Yeah.
So I know it's
It
not
does.
just like, oh, well, Light's like really in control the whole time. I assume that's not the case. But I don't know, that's what got me intrigued by it. I guess I just like characters like that. I just find it fun.
Yeah. They're good characters. No! You're not supposed to laugh at me!
I'm not intending to laugh at you, but like,
I know.
I could tell you're really trying to not end it on a yeah. So you did a yeah, and then you're like, I'm just gonna add just like a tiny little something else to it.
I know. I know.
Hold on. I thought these guys would be dead, so I wasn't. Okay, let's go.
Come on, this fight's not over. Be careful. There's an ice immune enemy. Go for it, guys. Hang in there.
Yeah, Megan, like, what's a type of anime that you say, like, something kind of more, like, niche in terms of anime that you like, or more specific in terms of anime that you like, I guess. Like, with me, how I kind of like it when a character or a group of characters are just, like, in control of a situation, even when it kind of seems like they're unassuming and stuff, so they kind of pull it out like, hey, actually, you know, you worked into my whole plan, right? Like, I like that kind of stuff in anime. But is there something kind of like weirdly specific that you like in an anime?
I mean, I do really like those kind of characters too. It's part of the reason why I like shows like Death Note and Tomodachi Game and Kaiji.
Well, I don't know if you'd really say
I guess...
Kaiji is like in control most of the time, though. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just thinking of his deductive reasoning about the different games and how he's able to, like, adapt. I kind of do like characters like that are kind of able to adapt to a certain situation and prevail in a way you might not expect.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful.
But
Okay.
I don't know if there's, like, anything in particular, at least any kind of trope. I just like specific shows and specific characters.
Enemy down.
I mean, fair. I can't really fault you for that.
It's quite tenacious. 3 of them. Don't give up now, okay? I couldn't do it. Shadows left. It got back up. Defeat it fast.
Not nice.
Okay, that looked a little weird.
A little bit.
He's driving over, like, the pieces of land that are broken outside.
Yeah, just a little bit strange. Give me the beads. Okay, so presumably I'm going up to the final floor, right? Presumably.
Be careful. There's an enemy immune.
That's a
Yeah, I
question,
think
by the
you're
way.
getting close.
Yeah. Okay.
2 enemies down. Keep going, senpai.
Oh, nice.
Good
Well, that
crit.
worked out. Nah, you can probably finish it.
Come, Kozeon.
TY for SP.
Yay, SP.
Bum, bum, bum. I'll get my Lou up, I guess. Or my strength. Nah, luck. You guys are nothing special.
Physical attacks won't work. You're on a roll, senpai. 2 defeated.
Oh no, poison.
Places, everyone. And action. No escape. Go. Beat 'em up.
Nah, I'll just take the SP. I was really tempted, but nah, I'll take the HP and SP, I guess. If I'm going up to the
yeah.
boss, you know, I guess I'd rather be prepped. Release yourself from desire, from impulse. Release yourself. Your heart's voice, your internal scream. In exchange for a lost voice, grab hold of proof of your life. And with that proof in your heart, come with me. So this is it, right? If I proceed forward, I'm probably going into the boss, right?
Yeah, I think this is the top.
The memories of anger. In that case, I have some sacred branches.
Branch. Yeah.
Thank goodness you made it back safely. Oh yeah, Senpai, your things. Huh? What's going on? You have them. There's something wrong with this place. Our usual methods won't work. Alright, we drop ourselves a save. So now, do I check out costumes and everybody's special moves? I probably should, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can go to another dungeon from here, though.
Oh no, can I just do it in this place?
Oh, I guess you could. Never mind.
Yeah, because I think there are shadows that spawn on the floor below that, right?
Yeah, no, if you start, like, at the beginning or whatever and then pop back out, it should be fine.
Well, I don't want to start at the beginning. I'm just going to go back to the top floor and then go down one, because there are shadows that spawn down there.
Well, yeah, okay, however you want to do it.
I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not going through the whole dungeon. It took me almost 2 hours.
Well,
So I go
I
through the whole
know.
dungeon. I'm not doing that again.
I wasn't saying you had to, like, do the dungeon. I just figured you'd go on the first floor, look at their things, and then come back out.
But doesn't that reset it?
Don't know.
Okay, I'm just going to the top floor. I'm being safe. But before we do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and check the recording, make sure we're all square. You know, just because if it's dead, then I'd rather know now than know later. Okay, and we are back. Everything's looking good and fine. So should I start with like alternate costumes first, since everybody's here? Probably, eh?
Might as well.
So I do that to equip, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I really need these, right? Because we've seen the variations of these. What about the gag ones? Have we seen the gag ones? What are the gag ones?
I don't know if we've seen the gag ones. You probably have to go, like, actually in the dungeon for them to show up, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have to tell me like what's worth looking at, I guess. But we'll have a look at the gag ones first. What's
Yeah, okay.
Teddy have? He has gag glasses. That's his drag costume. Senpai, come back safely. Promise me. Yeah, sure, I promise. Okay, so it's probably only in the actual fights, eh?
I thought it happened in here, too, though.
I thought it might have, but apparently not. Well, I mean, that's okay. It's not like it really matters. Or did it reset?
Be careful. There's an ice in
Does it
your
reset?
Oh, maybe... It might be because this dungeon takes away your items. Maybe it takes away your costumes.
Maybe. Okay. Well,
Maybe after we get out of this battle, we'll see if you can change it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if I can't, then you said there's one more dungeon, right? So I can probably do it
like
there.
you still have time.
Yeah, so I can just do it there instead. Not really a big deal.
Teddy, your defense.
Okay, so your wind, and fire.
3 enemies left. You can win this. 2 enemies down.
It's okay, Panzer. I just turned your reflect into my health. I thought about it.
Wind will work on it. Teddy, your defense has been well tested. Enemy down. Understood. It's showtime. Are you ready?
Yeah, I didn't even consider the idea that it would take that it would get rid of my costumes too. That thought did
Yeah,
not
I
even
didn't
occur to
think
me.
that would count either.
Yeah, I guess it must. Yeah, okay then. Well, that's interesting to know. Okay, well, whatever. Doesn't really matter then. We'll just
Yeah,
do
we'll
it in
check it
next
later.
dungeon. Whole squad's here.
Look, there's somebody over there.
Oh, God. Oh, it's Marie. You can tell by the hair. Oh, it even says who it is right there. She's wearing a white mage robe.
Yeah, kind of.
She's the
I
white
kind of wish I
mage.
had a robe like that in 14.
Marie-chan? We've been looking for you. What's with that getup? Something wrong?
Stay back.
Let's go home.
That's right, Marie-chan. We're all here to take you back home. Come on, let's go, okay? I have no home.
Oh,
You don't get it.
that's really weird.
Dude, that eye.
Huh.
Can't believe it. Why'd you come? Why?
That's weird, dude. She has like a bad case of pink eye.
Yeah, a little bit.
Marie-chan, listen. We don't know what memories have come back to you or how bad they are. But nothing good's gonna happen if you lock yourself away in here. We know we're being meddlesome, but we want to help you. Meddlesome. That's one word for it. You thought I was in danger, didn't you? That I might get killed by the shadows. It'd be better that way.
Yeah, but why though?
This is a grave. My grave. I'm going to die here.
And we're here to stop you. Okay, that kind of works. That kind of works actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Senpai's right. We won't let that happen to you.
You're not allowed to die on our watch.
Shut up! You don't know anything.
Emmy-chan?
Emmy, Marie, neither of those is my name. I remember everything. My real name is Kasumi no Okami.
Okay.
You guys fought Kunino Sagiri and Amino Sagiri, right?
Oh, is that your parents or something? Which one was Kunino Sagiri?
That was the Heaven boss.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm the same as them. I'm your enemy. One of the ones who covered your town with fog.
Oh, okay.
Marie-chan is our enemy? No way!
You serious? Kunino Sagiri and Amino Sagiri were those...
I don't remember. No, they're the
Fog
fog
monsters.
monsters.
They were gods. Come on,
I
gosh.
remember them too. They're those guys that came out from Adachi Baby and that Namatame guy.
Please stop calling him Adachi baby. It's so weird, Teddy. Like, it's weird for you. It doesn't translate well. Just don't say it anymore.
That's what you remember?
That's right. Sneaking into the human world. Sensing the will of man. My role was to inform the Sagiri what the wish of the people was. That's why I'm the only one of them that looks human. Even without my memory, my body fulfilled my role. In your words, I'm a spy. You were spying without knowing it?
Huh.
That's so cruel. Do you understand now? Plus, I'll tell you something good.
Yeah, what?
If I don't die, then your world will disappear. So, don't come chasing me.
Nah, I don't know about that. Oh,
Marie-chan!
where'd she go?
Our world will disappear.
What does she mean by that? We know that she's one of those monsters, like the ones that came from within Adachi-san and Namatame. She may have a valid reason for shutting herself in this area.
Now's action! She is trying to kill herself! We can't leave her like this!
We're rescuing Marie.
Yes. Either way, we cannot leave her be. Let us hurry.
All right then. I don't know, Megan. Do you think it's worth it to have my SP full?
I mean, you could. It's probably good.
I mean, this
Try
could be
worth it.
Well, see, this is like the one time that I'll probably ever actually use the fox,
Yeah, that's fair.
which is why I'm debating it. Because like, I don't think I need to be honest. I think I could do it without. But like, it's a good time to just actually use the fox. I'm
Yeah,
kinda
use
giving-
him. You've worked so long.
Yeah, like I'm kind of trying to give myself a reason to use them. So I'll use. Oh wait, I don't have. Oh wait, no, I'll have money when I leave. So I get all my stuff back. Yeah, I have enough to pay the fox. Okay, Fox, this is the one time I'm gonna use you. The one and only time, because I've never done it. And I want to see what it's like. Oh, no wait, I can't do it anyway. What do you mean? What do you mean, you little jerk? You don't have enough money.
I mean, to be fair, you need a lot of SP. I guess if you used a bit of SP items, you could bring the cost down.
That means I have to use my items.
I just use some of your soul drops, though. You got a shit ton of them.
But what if I want to max these out? I'm not gonna be able to. So I may
You're
as
not
well.
gonna max that one out. It's a random drop.
But see, what's even the point in me? I'll just use the fox. I haven't used them at all. I may as well. Oh my god. Oh, Matt, the fox is useful, Matt. He's so
Maybe
good.
this time.
Oh, I think I can do it. Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have like 400 yen left.
The fox took out a mysterious leaf. Everyone's SP has been recovered.
Ow!
Oh, woo. Thank you, Mr.
He's
Fox.
happy. You used him.
There you go. He better be happy. Memories of anger. Yeah. Thank you, Fox-san.
Foxan to the rescue.
Sigh. Again? Does she really want us not to come after her that much? Is that what she really thinks? We've come this far. We're not going to let her have her way here. Right, Senpai? Are you ready? When you cut this rope, you'll be attacked by shadows. Continue through? Hell yeah. Yeah, there's a lot.
Uh-oh, that one's immune. You can win this.
Oh
Just
boy. You look drain everything,
physical attack.
except physical.
4 enemies left. Don't give up.
Alright, well I'm just gonna do this.
Hang in there now.
Okay, I didn't kill the other ones like I thought I would. That's okay. We can just yeah, we'll just beat up everything. Why not?
Good. Keep it up.
Boo. Okay, fine. Maybe I'll beat up the knights first, or the samurai first,
Help her.
if I must.
Hang in there. I couldn't do it.
Oh my god.
Teddy,
Ah! Anything could happen. I guess that's true. I haven't done this one yet, have I?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to do it because he's status, but you could try it.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Yeah.
Nope.
What was it?
move now, Tokun. You're on a roll. Now Tokun's acting weird. Wait, help her. Go, Senpai. You rock.
Okay, we'll see the Kamui miracle soon enough.
Keep going, guys. Persona.
I mean, I hope you get something cool when you use it.
I mean, I am curious.
Because I assume it works similar to like Metronome and Pokemon, where it probably just pulls any move you could use.
I believe that's what you theorized before too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was the final floor. Apparently, it isn't.
I thought it would be too. Maybe you only got one more.
Well, I already have a nice repel. I know I could put it on someone else, but I don't really need it.
It's weak to ice. This'll be easy.
Yeah, but you're both weak to fire.
2 enemies down. Let's places, everyone. And action. You can count on me. Go! Knock him out.
Yeah, thinking about it, right? If you don't have Reset maxed out, but like the regen, this is actually really
Yeah.
difficult, I bet.
Probably, yeah.